I was thinking about just getting away because all it's on is the impeachment thing and me ranting and raving and looking around. It's never ending shit changing in Phoenix. So I was thinking about going to the Grand Canyon since I mentioned it earlier to get my free pass that you get when you're a veteran of 100%. But I was just thinking about that too. When something finally does happen to me, it's gonna be something weird. Like he got ran over by a llama in the middle of the road. We don't know why he moved. Somebody out there putting little llama hoofs on the back of my neck or something. Or if I go out to the Grand Canyon, he said he just jumped off. Somebody that hit me with a BB and a slingshot and popped me in the back of the head, and I fall off the back of the mountain or some shit. But I do really actually do need to get away and do something else. But it just don't seem, it just don't seem like the right time to get out and venture out. It seems like makes me think I'm running away from something instead of sticking here. Who knows? I might be lucky enough where these people say, "Damn, we can't ignore them anymore. Why don't we just take our ass over there and smooth him over or something so he can shut the fuck up or something." Or we actually really didn't know that you were going through all this stuff, especially on Veterans Day, because it is really, not that I'll ever do it. I mean, that's the cheap way out, and I think it was meant for me to be a troublemaker when I was such a coward at a young age. I'm telling you, some little girls beat me up in kindergarten, grammar school. My brothers probably would tell you, he's Navy SEALs, and my other brother's pretty tough. He's a pimp and a player in Chicago, and I love both of them. But I did have to get back up here where things made sense and try to start learning about life when my mentality stopped at 27 years old, when I got on drugs for 30 years. So I've been doing pretty good by myself. It took years for me to be responsible and have integrity through all the rehabs and different year-long inpatient rehabs that I've been through. So I'm making progress, but like I say, a true addict, and I was a professional addict, and it's not many of those people that can say that. A professional addict stays high 99% of the time. 99% of the time, and that's all he thinks about. And so I was a professional addict. But I don't want to be that no more. I think it's something I'm supposed to contribute before I leave this earth. And that's another thing. If I had the power to reincarnate some of the people that I deal with, oh man, they some rotten people. And I gave them three choices. You can be an ant, you can be a mosquito, or you can be a pair of thongs that you can't wash. Boy, how I would like to make some of the people that I could reincarnate out of thongs more than a mosquito or an ant that had a short life span. But they really need to be that thong, and I would probably have more people being a thong than I would a mosquito or an ant. And you have to wonder also, we gain all this knowledge, and people that's been on the straight and narrow, quote unquote, doing the right thing, yeah, they masked a lot of knowledge. I remember an old lady, and I speak a lot about drug addiction because my whole life for 30 years was about that on and off. An old lady, I'm going out to try to get high, and I'm in Kankakee. This old lady grabbed my hand and said, "Son, sit down for a minute." And she had me so captivated about how where I was living was a whole different place and a whole different attitude about blacks and about life that I had forgot for that short period of time about going to get high. And people mass great deals of knowledge and wisdom, and some turn out to be just old fools. But for the most part, a lot of them are really smart and have wisdom to spread to you if you have the time to just sit down and listen. So why should your life end when you die? And people say, just in case, when I get to 60, 70, 80 years old, I better be more compassionate. I better give to charities. I better do this and that. But you can't fool whoever you believe in. You can't fool them. You can't be an asshole all your life, and then all of a sudden, when you find out you got cancer, you're gonna be Scrooge after he's seen the four ghosts of Christmas past. So let's take that. As we don't know much about space, and I always say the secret to space is at the Mariana Trench at the bottom of the ocean. Once you find out the secrets of that, then you'll know the secrets of space. And so we have enough on Earth to explore and fix and overcome. But what if you go from death as a spirit to another planet in a parallel world? Would you be an asshole there if you was an asshole here? Would you turn into being the thing you most hated and you'll step on in a minute, like a roach or a fly or a mosquito? What if, depending on how you treated your fellow man, you were one of those things? And the simplest person with nothing of wealth to give would be a god. Do you really want to take a chance? Do you think all this knowledge that we amassed as human beings, when we get to the end of our life, is going to be wasted? Because for the most part, people don't listen to you to spread the knowledge. Just like people go to the White House in wheelchairs, covered in a blanket, roll in a wheelchair, sleep. They come back from the White House on a freedom flight in a wheelchair, covered up with a blanket, and sleep, not to pass the knowledge and the enthusiasm to where they went and what they did. So who's to say when we die that is the end? I really don't think so. And do you want to be taking a chance to turn out that I might be a god and change you into a thong or a mosquito or a fly? Thank you.